You get the experience, you get the job. Either you get the job and then you start getting the experience, you know.
Alikiti history र evolution of Sakha Group.
Sitake, yeah, it is one of the most expensive Chyau. In that same year, in 2018, at the end, I went to represent Nepal in Miss Tourism International as well. So we always want to do something in makeup, कसरी गर्ने नेपालमा.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching TBC podcast, More Than a Podcast. I'm your host, A.W. Shrestha. On the episode, I have someone amazing. She's model, she's the title winner of Miss Asia Pacific, and she's also entrepreneur. At the same time, she's executive director of Sakha Group. So let's welcome Miss Aastha Sakha.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction.
How are you today?
I'm all good, like always.
So, master's गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ या graduate भइसक्नु भयो?
So almost in a term of graduation where everything is submitted and well and done.
Okay. Why did you choose MIBM and British College?
Okay, now the main reason I chose MIBM is it's a good degree, which is MSc in International Business, and it's the only college that provides an international business school accreditation wala Nepalma छैन अरु हैन, and so that's also one of the main reason. I always wanted to study international business, and some way or the other I wanted to go outside to study, but at the same time COVID also happened at the meanwhile in between, so I felt in some of my years that I did not want to do my master's degree as well, but eventually British tend to happen the end degree that I wanted to achieve for my master's career.
And why specifically MIBM later?
MIBM because like I mentioned, it's one of the different kind of degree in Nepal, whereas baira it's quite popular as well. International business भनेपछि you get not only of आफ्नो country but अरूको पनि कसरी टाइपको हुन्छ भने you get to learn also, and तपाईले case studies हरु पनि त्यस्तै पनि हुन्छ हैन. At the same time, when we were doing our MIBM, we had this opportunity to do for Colgate-Palmolive our management consultancy, and where the head representative had come from India itself. So we conducted Zoom meetings and everything in order to do the back, for and back for the information, what in order we needed to do for our particular group. It was a group-based project work, so we were divided into, I think, 5 groups. So each group had like different topics on whatever we had to do. So that's how to meet the head of the representative of Colgate-Palmolive, the country director for Nepal. She was for South Asia as well, I guess, right? So it's kind of an opportunity that British has given us in terms of learning. That's an experience, right? So whatever हामी पढ्ने भनेको नै हाम्रो experience पनि gain गर्नलाई पनि हो नि त. So that's like an add-on point, as well as आफ्नो dissertationहरु त सबै छँदैछ हैन. So that's also one of the good thing that British has given me in terms of learning international business.
So you talked about experience, I know. So people are so into experience and expertise, okay? So how would you define expertise and experience? Experience lida expert हुने हो कि हैन सुरुमै expert हुनुपर्छ अनि बल्ल you are going to get enrolled in my company. एउटा हुन्छ नि फाइट चलिरा हुन्छ के ब्याचलर्स लाइफ पछि चाहिँ एउटा कम्पनीमा जानको लागि हुन्छ नि एउटा स्टाफ बन्नको लागि भनौं या कुनै वर्कमा प्लेसमेन्ट हुनको लागि. So what is your belief in expertise and experience?
So this is like a viscous circle, which I feel like it's a ongoing chain effect. Like you get the experience, you get the job. Either you get the job and then you start getting the experience, So it's a process where it's very debatable. If someone goes to a company and it says you need at least this much years of experience, then only you can come back. But at the same time, who knows, that person, the candidate may be equally qualified for the same post who have been experienced. So it totally depends upon person to person, as well as expertise. When you work for certain amount of years in that same career or the field, it's not like आज तपाईले 2 वर्ष एउटामा गर्यो त्यसपछि 2 वर्ष अर्को टाइपमा गर्यो हैन. मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ when you have the expertise भन्नाले if you are in that particular field a quite number or amount of years भनौँ न then you can be called an expert for that particular thing हुन्छ नि suppose for instance teaching मा if somebody is in a teaching profession for almost a decade भनेपछि yes that person is an expert but if the person is teaching marketing you cannot call him or her an expert of chemistry or biology भनेको नि so that specialization of a human only takes it when that person is पोख्त जुन चाहिँ फिल्डमा चाहिँ गरिराख्नु भएको छ whether it be him her or anybody. Yeah.
So Aastha ji, let's talk about Sakha Group अब चाहिँ हैन किनभने मलाई चाहिँ I've researched about it तर तर हामीलाई जसले हेरिरहनु भएको छ हैन of course everyone heard this name हैन कहिले देखि छ नेपालमा हैन so can we talk about अलिकति history र evolution of Sakha Group Sakha Group sorry
talking about history it's quite a long way back where my grandfather Ganesh Bhakta Sakha he founded the company but quite before we were not this large group of sister companies that we had but Jhapa I know we started off with this import export thing and पहिला चाहिँ office भन्नुहुन्थ्यो यो के भन्छ न्यू रोडको त्यो पिनट्स वाला लेन छ नि एक्ज्याक्टली के भन्छ yeah over there we had our office there and later on we started with this dye chemicals thing and later on we invested in त्यसपछि चाहिँ we invested in metal non ferrous metals which is aluminum brass copper that industry started then at the same time then we were also the first manufacturer for the polycol industry the glue super synthetic glue हुन्छ नि त्यो भयो then we went to the paint industry which is known as Nepal paints and then I think it's in 1994 that's how then after that in 1994 steel industry Sakha Steels came into recognition like we established the company I think so it's in 1994 so I'm John
Right.
Okay, so that's how we started like you know a core bhandaki that's how we started and evolved and order pani bistari hunday gayo
okay so यति पुरानो हिस्ट्री बोकेको ग्रुपमा now you are working as an executive director हैन you hold that designation so how tough and challenging was this journey
okay was and it's still very challenging the journey is still very challenging because म काम गरेको धेरै पनि भएको छैन I'm still like every day is a learning phase so is it and first ma चाहिँ it was quite competitive in a sense that competitive within me because I came from I studied like business background and the thing that I happened to look was of the paint industry and पहिला चाहिँ फ्याक्ट्री हेर्थेँ त्यहाँ मेटल पनि छ हैन अहिले चाहिँ दाइले पनि हेर्नुहुन्छ अनि कस्तो थियो भने चाहिँ अब पेन्टको लागि भनौँ न एउटा सामान बनाउनको लागि देयर सो लट अफ थिङ्स द्याट comes into the same bowl and you mix it and you make it भनौँ न in a simple language so there's so many items in it and everything is like chemical based items and I'm like what is this हुन्छ नि within like few months त यस्तो चाहिन्छ यो raw materials and I'm like okay कुन चाहिँमा product like there's so many products पेन्टमा भने there are variations of products and कुन चाहिँमा चाहिँ के लाग्छ थाहा छैन क्या so that was also I'm not from a chemical engineering background भनौँ न त्यो भएको भए त अलि प्लस पोइन्ट पनि हुन्थ्यो नि त हुन्छ नि तर त्यो ममा भएन but at the same time त त्यो छैन भन्दैमा यतिकै छोड्ने त हैन so I studied यसमा हुन्छ नि a bit of learning process was also there for me at least for your पनि एउटै भन्छु म
okay so त्यो learn गरेर you knew about it अनि त्यसपछि how is it benefiting or helping you with the company जुन डिग्री तपाईले पढ्नु भयो नि हैन जस्तै BBA I guess
BBA yes
BBA अनि त्यसपछि अहिले MIBM हैन so how is it benefiting you
so in terms of benefit भन्नाले नि कस्तो हो भने चाहिँ I feel like मान्छेमा डिपेन्ड गर्छ हैन so there is no harm it's always an addition that you make to yourself हुन्छ नि when you study more if even it's not just only about the course book that we are talking right now it may be a simple book हुन्छ नि वेयर त्यसले लास्टमा जुन चाहिँ सिक दिन्छ भन्छ नि एभ्रिथिङ हेज इट्स ओन एसेन्स राइट जुन चाहिँ लास्टमा जुन चाहिँ सिक दिन्छ त्यो तपाईँले पढेपछि मात्रै तपाईँले बुझ्छ नि त नपढ्ने मान्छेले त बुझ्दैन होइन त्यो चाहे त्यो प्र्याक्टिकल लाइफमा कहिलेकाहीँ इम्प्लिमेन्ट होस् नहोस् तर तपाईँले त त्यो लर्निङ प्रोसेस तपाईँले अब्जर्भ गर्नुभएको छ नि कुनै बेलामा पनि यु मे बी एबल टु युज इट यु नेभर नो बट द्याट्स समथिङ द्याट यु विल ह्याभ एज अ स्वर्ड within yourself so that it will come in use for the later purpose in your life. Whether it may not be the exact way, but in any other form. That's how I feel.
Okay, that's amazing. So तपाईँले बुक्स रिडिङको कुरा गरिहाल्नु भयो होइन मेरो हेडमा स्ट्राइक भइहाल्यो क्या सो कतिको बुक्स एक्स्ट्रा बुक्सहरू हुन्छ नि अथवा बिजनेस रिलेटेड बुक्सहरू पढ्ने गर्नुभएको छ
So I'm not एकदमै बुकवर्म मान्छे चाहिँ होइन होइन बट इट्स नट आई डोन्ट रिड इट एट अल पनि सो ठिकै भनौँ न इन एभरेज
ओके मैले वेन आई भिजिटेड यर प्रोफाइल मैले देखाएको थिएँ कि त्यहाँनिर no think and grow rich wala book you completed that book
yeah I did it's nice
so त्यो बुकहरू पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ साच्चै हेल्प हुन्छ
यस्तो हो साँच्चीकै हेल्प हुन्छ भने त त्यो सबै हुने भने त सबै मान्छेले त पढेर गर्ने हो त इट्स हाउ अब द इम्प्लिमेन्टेसन द्याट यु टेक प्लेस इन एनी अदर फिल्ड अफ वाट एभर यु आर डुइङ हुन्छ नि अब त्यो कस्तो हो भने चाहिँ इट्स लाइक you try to do something but at the same time that is like a supportive medium of me which can help you in any other of their experience that they share huncha ni so what can be done what can like you have to do what will be better if you do this one kind of like it's like a guidance भनौँ न भन्नु पर्दाखेरि इट्स लाइक अ गाइडेन्स विच लाइक कम्प्लिटली नहोला नि त अब नेपालको सेयर मार्केटमा कति सेयर मार्केटको बुक्सहरू छ बाहिरको नेपालकोमा कुनै लागु हुन्छ हुँदैन अनि त्यस्तै हो क्या सो इट भेरिज कम्प्लिटली अन द पर्सन टु पर्सन बट देयर इज नो हार्म इन अलवेज इन टेकिङ what you can learn.
Amazing, right? So let's come back to actually फेरि Sakha Group नै ल मलाई चाहिँ I was so enthusiastic about asking कि what are the ongoing projects and upcoming projects?
Okay, the kind of a recent ongoing projects I would be we have invested in like Jhapa, this happy land and it's quite a good fun park which we visited almost like a year before it's quite nice and
आफैलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्यो
रमाइलो लाग्यो there was like kind of like zip line and you know it's like quite a bit spacious and a big park so a fun park भनौँ न it's pretty nice and this time actually last year they installed it but now like officially चाहिँ last year गरेको थियो it was at a bit of like at the beginning of the winter so यसपालि चाहिँ they have started like they have added the wave pool and you know the water park also been a furthermore addition there and also we have step our foot into the fertilizer thing of the composter this the type and as well as the we've gone back to agriculture edge but in a high tech form
it's agriculture
and another one is the mushroom farming that we have been doing one of my brother is looking into it and its name is called cultivar. So it's not the normal mushroom अर्को त्यो पनि छ नहुने हैन but the mushroom that we usually which we do not see in the market that we have introduced that as well.
Okay, so मैले मशरूम ल्याउनु भएको सुनेको थिएँ अनि हेरौँ न
हुन्छ surely.
Okay, Sitake Chyau.
Sitake, yeah, it is one of the most expensive Chyau. You know, it's very good for our health.
Japanese ले धेरै युज गर्नुहुन्छ है
युज गर्छ चाइनिजहरुले पनि गर्नुहुन्छ yeah this is called the Sitake Chyau है अनि this is like usually it comes in our 200 gram package this is called the black pearl oyster mushroom.
Okay, black pearl because त्यहाँ माथि त्यो pearl जस्तो
so we gave
black
it
color को भएर
हजुर we gave it a name called black pearl mushroom and this is called the king oyster mushroom.
Okay,
so it's like different than the normal button mushroom or the flat mushroom patte jau bhancha ni that we get in the market we have slowly we have started with the button mushroom plant as well. It's in the verge of installation right now. So this is very good. You guys should try it. We it's available at Patpatini as well. So there's a bit form of making like it's good and the thing is that सकेसम्म चाहिँ हुन त वी नो हाउ वी पिक द प्रोसेस एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ होइन अरूहरूको चाहिँ धोएर त्यो गर्नुपर्छ नि यो नधोएर गरे पनि हुन्छ बिकज नधोइकन गयो बट आफ्नो तसल्लीको लागि गर्नु मन छ भने गरे हुन्छ होइन त्यही छ लाइक नधोए पनि हुन्छ बिकज तपाईँको त्यो गर्ने अलिक छकी खाली हुन्छ नि त अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ किन यसले आफैले नै त पानी फ्याँक्छ बनाउँदाखेरि होइन अनि मोर टेस्टफुल हुनको लागि चाहिँ नगरे पनि हुन्छ इट्स द्याट क्लिन
अनि यसको केही स्पेसिफिक रेसिपी छ बिकज हुन्छ नि अब मार्केट प्लेसमा पाउने भन्दा डिफ्रेन्ट भनिहाल्नु भयो सो I want to learn about
रेसिपी भन्नाले चाहिँ अब आफ्नो स्टाइलमा बनाउने हुन्छ बट अ भेरी सिम्पल रेसिपी when you are super tired and you don't want to do anything just cut and if you want to cook I'll tell you you don't have to do anything a bit of oil राख्ने होइन अनि अलिकति हिट हुन बेलामा चाहिँ यति जति बटर जति राख्ने सो आफ्नो हिसाबमा होइन बटर राखेपछि यो अलरेडी कट इट अफ हुन्छ नि मजाले काट्यो अन्त यु जस्ट फ्राई इट धेरै हाई हिटमा नराख हाई फ्लेममा नगर्ने यु जस्ट स्टर इट a bit of salt, a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper, finish. And you taste it. यसको अनि पानी छोड्न थाल्छ हैन पानी अलिकति छोड्न सिधेपछि चाहिँ त्यो स्टोर त गरेर राख्ने भइहाल्यो then you just eat it then you'll find the taste.
We don't need to add onion, garlic,
nothing. No, that's like sub additional हुन्छ अब कसैले तरकारी स्टाइलमा खानु पर्यो भने अर्को it's just like sometimes when you're even so lazy and you don't feel like doing anything and you just want to get the best out of it simplicity then I think so you have it then you'll know it's very
अनि maybe mixed flavor पनि हुँदैन मशरुमको मात्र टेस्ट आउने
भयो the flavor taste मशरुमको त it's like a different like from the normal that we usually have it in the market.
Okay, I'm gonna try it and I will review it. म एउटा भिडियो पनि बनाएर पोस्ट गर्छु.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Ani, you have also been involved in your modeling field, and you also won the title of Miss Asia Pacific Nepal. So let's recall those memories, right?
Okay.
How does it feel? Aile pani, I think it is impactful in your life, Nita.
हजुर. So, talking about my Miss Nepal Asia Pacific journey has really been an incredible and such a, like I happen to tell you that I'm out of words because I'm so overwhelmed when I think of that. Well, why भनेपछि चाहिँ because that is something that you experience and it's like a treasure box of my life in that moment for a lifetime, which I'll be cherishing always. When I look back, oh yeah, I went there. हुन्छ नि I've achieved that and I went there. भनेर चाहिँ एउटा self happiness मनबाट आउँछ. So that was an incredible and phenomenal experience of my life.
Wow. अनि हजुर फिलिपिन्स जानुभएको थियो नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्न. So can you share त्यो experience, how it felt त्यतिखेर चाहिँ?
Okay, so that experience is so different that the one who goes to pageantry can know what I'm talking about more or say relatable हुन्छ नि. So the experience was so like they used to treat us like Philippines मा त झन् especially हुन्छ नि they treat us like queens भन्थे and it's really true के हुन्छ नि that feeling is so true because whenever we went out or somewhere there's always like a the female bodyguards are always there protecting all the girls and even if we just go by the toilet they make sure at least one of them is like there in order to just to kind of like guard them or not exactly guard them but just to wash them in a sense that nobody no like problem नहोस् वहाँ like हामीलाई हुन्छ नि so त्यस्तो हुन्थ्यो के and that experience like you feel like oh I feel so lucky because that's something we never felt before I never felt before most of the girls who participated there never felt before and that feeling was like it's just like in the other form of getting pampered हुन्छ नि in a different kind of way okay so it was like that and when our like usually there were two buses where all our contestants from around the world we used to go in two buses and we used to have an escort of police okay?
Oh.
We are
princess
agadi bike huncha ni then after that you have the two cars and at last there is also one huncha ni so the environment used to be something like that whenever we went to a sponsor visit for whether it be a mall or whether it be a hotel or anywhere okay this the type of treatments that we got and it's like very Philippines in that same year in 2018 at the end I went to represent Nepal in Miss Tourism International as well so Malaysia ma bhanda ni I felt like Philippines was much more the behave that they did and the overwhelming effect or even the normal people was much more the craze and everything was much more in a higher level in Philippines.
Wow, त्यो एकदम एक्सपिरियन्स सुन्दाखेरि नै एन्ड द स्माइल द्याट यु क्यारी अहिले पनि सम्झिरहेको
because whenever anything we talk about past we tend to recall ourselves, right? So this was that I see it brings a smile on my face.
Yes, and not everyone gets to experience that, हैन? तर अहिलेको जेनेरेसन्सहरु युथहरु so are into it अनि what kind of advice would you like to give to them कि यसमा जाँदाखेरि यस्तो बेनिफिट्स हुन्छ यो एक्सपिरियन्स चाहिँ गर्नुपर्छ लाइफमा त्यस्तो केही छ?
So many people like pageant, many people dislike pageantry, okay? So in terms of what I want to say is the ones who want to, willing to participate, they can go and participate because that's a fairy. It's like every time it's not a compulsory that you win. So in terms of learning, in terms of grooming yourself, in terms of building yourself for your own growth, you go and participate because there is nothing but learning and sisterhood. Right? Winning is always there. So जो पनि जान्छ जित्नलाई नै जान्छ नि त तर सबैजना त जित्दैन नि हैन सबैजना नम्बर 1 नै आउँछ भन्ने त छैन नि हैन सो तर त्यो भन्दा नि तपाईले एक्सपिरियन्स जुन चाहिँ ग्र्याब गर्यो हुन्छ नि द फ्रेन्ड्स तपाईले जुन चाहिँ बनायो हैन अनि एट द सेम टाइम तपाईले त्यो ओभरअल तपाईले कसरी पछि सम्मलाई तपाईले युज आउँछ त्यो हो नि त लर्न गर्ने तपाईले यतिकै अरु ठाउँमा डाइनिङ एटिकेट्स पढ्न सक्नु गर्ने मौका पाउँछ पाउँदैन नो यु नीड टु पे अ लट इन अर्डर टु लर्न हुन्छ नि यु गेट दैट over there and they mentor you in such a nice and wonderful way. Okay, for instance, many people may not know this, but I know it may sound funny. तपाईले soup खाँदाखेरि कसरी खानुहुन्छ ल मलाई भन्नुस्?
एउटा बल हुन्छ
हैन त्यो त बोल भयो त्यो खाँदाखेरि कसरी खानुहुन्छ? And then I just do like this. So how do you तपाईले चम्चा कसरी लिनुहुन्छ? यसरी डिप गर्नुहुन्छ? You dip it towards yourself, right?
यसरी.
Oh, then you have it, right? So that's not the way.
Okay.
Actually, you dip the soup in the reverse way. Okay. Then you know the bowl ma esto gare khane. The reason behind that is tapaile त्यो soup खाँदाखेरि नफोकस भनेर रे के. Okay. Example भनेको कि यो त सानो भन्दा नि एकदमै सानो कुरा हो नि त. So यस्तो एकदमै you know basic कुराहरु चाहिँ you get to learn.
Wow. Okay.
Am I making a point like
yes,
के हो भनेर चाहिँ के सो यो सानो कुरा हो नि त त्यस्तै गरी like there are a lot of things from right from posture how you behave हुन्छ नि कसरी गर्नुपर्छ in a graceful manner हुन्छ that's what being Miss Nepal is all about नि त it's about a bit of glamour work glamorous world हो नि so you know you should know how to be well presented हुन्छ नि त्यो भए पनि आफ्नै self confidence more boost हुने हो नि त So that's what you learn.
Okay, so यसले चाहिँ एउटा वुमनलाई एम्पावरिङ को लागि अनि प्लस सेल्फ कन्फिडेन्स को लागि अनि सानो बेसिक एक्टिभिटीज दैट यु परफर्म
डेली अनि व्हिच वी डोन्ट नो लाइक यस्तो पनि हुन्छ भने बट लेटर अन यो गर्यो भने चाहिँ इट्स जस्ट अ प्लस पोइन्ट अन योर लाइफ क्या सो त्यो चाहिँ इम्प्याक्ट
फर एक्जाम्पल त्यही सुप वाला कुरा आम गोना इम्प्रुभ इट नि त हो हैन
या एक्ज्याक्टली
सो अरु केही छ त्यस्तो टिप्स
लेट्स नट
ओके मलाई पर्सनली चाहिँ सिकाउनु ओके सो त्यो डिफिकल्टिजहरु हुन्छ नि जुन तपाईले चाहिँ एभ्री डे यु हेभ टु पुट अन मेकअप जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब अफ कोर्स अहिले त राम्रो राम्रो प्रोडक्ट्सहरु आइसकेको छ हैन अनि जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब फेसहरु आफ्नो राम्रो भएको फेस पनि बिग्रिने चान्सेसहरु धेरै हुन्थ्यो त्यतिखेर चाहिँ अब नट इन योर टाइम बट देन धेरै अगाडि हैन अनि प्लस त्यो हाई हिल्स अन के एभ्री टाइम त्यसले गर्दा ब्याक एक्ट हुन्छ होला सो यो अब्स्ट्याकल्स यो च्यालेन्जेसहरुलाई फेस गर्न चाहिँ कतिको गाह्रो हुन्छ
high heels is really a difficult thing which I have also faced because you went to 5 inches of heels you know and pageant भने यस्तो हुन्छ once you wake up around like 5 o'clock then you have snap busy till the night 11 12 you never know and then again at the very next day you need to wake up at 5 6 and you just have hardly 5 hours अब भन्न साथ you don't sleep ni you go usually I used to I like to take shower at night so सबै फ्री अब then I sleep so भनेपछि you sometimes you only get like 3 hours of sleep or 3.5 hours of sleep
and then very active boy
yeah because the schedule is designed in such a way mostly it's like that not every time पछि rehearsals are so you're busy more into rehearsals so first the sponsor visits and you know you need to go here and there and the whole schedule is already made and it's pre-packed and you can hardly breathe you know so within that time you like and you need to be like you need to look good every time you know photos are always taken so you don't want to look like
Dull.
Yeah, dull in front of other. Every time you want to give your best. So this one, the heels are always there. The 5 inches is also always there. The only time we take it off is like when we are in bus and we're like, oh yes, you know. So yeah, but no pain, no gain भन्छ नि त. अब त्यत्रो तपाईले हुन्छ नि 8-9 महिना हुन्छ नि त्यो पेजेन्टलाई त्यही 3 हप्तालाई तपाईले यस्तो मेहनत गर्नु भएको छ भने म त्यो बेला त आफ्नो बेस्टै दिन्छु नि. हैन गाह्रो भयो भन्दैमा हुन्छ नि like not gonna give up or चाह्यो भने त you can wear like 1 inch heel, nobody is going to say you anything. And so, but you want to look best in front of others ni. You want to look best for yourself, for your country. So that what it matters in that. It's not like you have to do like that for a year. It's just like 3 weeks of time and you give all in it. So.
Yes, we are talking about this pageantry and makeup and your struggles behind it, right? I think that taught you something that happened amazing, that turned out to be amazing for sure, right? I know that your sister is a makeup artist, and you guys created a brand name, Artista, right?
Oh yes.
So can we talk a bit about Artista?
Oh yeah, surely. Artista ko brand, how it got created is like, I'm Aastha, so her name is Pratista, so we boomed and it became Artista. Okay, so how it happened was COVID happened, and we both sisters, we always want to do something in makeup, how to bring along the products and everything. And we don't have much range of products, but we have few, and focus better, we are doing it. So basically we started off with this our like best selling product. It was the 2-in-1 pen where girls, like we struggle to false lashes we struggle hell much. When you have to apply the glue and it's like a struggle. So what we did was we invented a 2-in-1 pen where you can use it as a liner and you just like one swipe and a go.
That was yours? Wow.
Yeah, 2-in-1.
My use got it. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. And once you apply it, like it's a quick dry. So त्यो पनि गर्दा भयो lashes are नलाउँदाखेरि, or else you just wear it and अनि त्यो eyeliner यति के भन्छ false lashes पनि हल्का लगायो and you just do it and it's like the problem is solved. Like you just can do it within 10 seconds.
Yes.
You don't need the further hassle to do it. But if you're normal like makeup artists and for them they're professional, they're like for a normal being लगाउनु मन लाग्छ नि त कहिले काहीँ हुन्छ नि अनि but त्यो hassle नि लगाउनु मन लाग्दैन त्यस्तो हुन्छ तिमी ग्लुमा चल and everything तपाईले त्यो गर्नुपर्छ. So that's like a good thing. So त्यो गरेर we have false eyelashes and we have this makeup eyeshadow palette as well, and त्यसपछि good quality brushes for professional as well as for normal users.
So different हुन्छ professional को लागि चाहिँ यो
professional को चाहिँ why we segregate is a professional because it has more brushes मात्र भएर पनि हैन. It's because of the technique हुन्छ नि अब किनभने त्यहाँ त्यसमा taper brush भन्ने हुन्छ, तपाईको lip brush भन्ने हुन्छ. अब हामी normally ले त मेरो बहिनीले युज गर्ला हामीलाई lip brush चाहिन्छ त चाहिँदैन नि हैन. So त्यस्तो हुन्छ तर कतिले चाहिँ normally पनि युज पनि गर्नेहरु पनि हुन्छ. So it's for professional as well as non professional पनि. अब lip brush युज नगरे पनि मैले धेरै जस्तो के भन्छ conceal brushहरु पनि त मैले युज गर्छु नि त कतिले फेरि नगर्ला. सो त्यस्तो चाहिनेहरुलाई चाहिँ it's a mix of products that तपाईले कस्तो खाले खोज्नुहुन्छ हुन्छ नि. We have 10 pieces पनि we have 15 pieces of brush set पनि हुन्छ. So it depends upon your own requirement which are available. So it's like यो चाहिँदैन भने पनि यो छ नि भनेर.
Okay, where can I find it or where is it available?
So we are basically online based and it's like artista.np भनेर छ. So hit the Instagram and follow it.
Sure, I'm gonna do that. And I would also ask our audience to follow her, please. And I personally want to purchase your fake lashes brush. Okay, surely. You're always mostly. I'll give you discounts. Wow.
Usually we never offer discount, but special case.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes so.
Okay, so how do you manage your time?
Also, if you wanted something to work from yourself from within, you will always have time for it.
Wow. And physically, mentally fit like
Okay, physically and mentally fit. Mentally is one of the most challenging thing, I know. Physically, if you start, but physically being fit will always help you to better your mental health. that's how I think. So if you're physically fit and like I'm not into much of a yoga person, I'm more into like cardio and gym kind of person. So I like yoga tends to help you more, I guess. Like it's like how you make yourself feel better from within, Anita. It may be anything. For some people it may be choosing any kind of sport. So being like mentally and physically healthy is one of the core root essence of like a good human being. So that should be a top priority for any other human being, right? Rather than anything, because you always need to put yourself first than anybody above. So for that, you need to put yourself into a good mental state so that you can function the overall things that you have in your life. Because if one thing is affected, everything is affected. And one thing, then it's, if you're not in a good state, everything starts depleting. So in order to not to do that, you really need to make yourself very strong-headed, strong-headed, or say like, you need to be quite, very good enough so that you should know what you're doing, basically. Yeah.
So as a के गर्दैछु भोलि के गर्दैछु भनेर माइन्ड मेकअप भयो भने चाहिँ स्केड्युल पनि
इट्स राम्रो हुन्छ नि तपाईले अनि यस्तो टक 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 छ यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ भने चाहिँ तपाईलाई नै सजिलो हुन्छ के इट्स एभ्री टाइम इट डजन्ट ह्यापन अकर्डिङ टु द प्लान द्याट्स तर पनि प्लान गर्दैमा के जाने पनि हैन इट्स लाइक वेदर यु राइट इट डाउन इन अ पिस अफ पेपर इज मच वेल एन्ड गुड बट इफ नट देन यु जस्ट क्यान डु इट like whenever you sleep pani bholi यस्तो गर्न आटेको भनेर you'll just have a gist of whatever you have to do around.
So मान्छेले भन्छ नि अनि प्लस मैले आफूले एक्सपिरियन्स गरेको कुरा हामी राम्ररी निदाएनौँ भनौँ न एउटा चाहिने लाइक 6 to 8 hours स्लिप इज म्यान्डेटरी भनेर आजकल धेरै नै आइरहेको छ होइन सो त्यसले पनि अफेक्ट गर्छ राम्ररी सुतेन भने टु ह्यान्डल युर डेली लाइफ अर बिजनेस हुन्छ नि सो डु यु बिलिभ इन द्याट
Yeah, obviously. So sometimes when you're a bit of drunk and see the next day how it's get affected, you feel lousy. You don't feel like doing anything.
So, हजुरको proper sleep time छ?
Proper sleep. I try to sleep. अब कहिलेकाहीँ निन्द्रा लाग्दैन sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes every time it's not that you're always in a good state of mind. Sometimes something is so disturbing, it's going to affect your sleep as well. सुत्न खोजिरहन्छ निन्द्रा नलाएपछि what you can do, हैन? So सकेसम्म चाहिँ I try to have a good sleep pattern. सकेसम्म.
Okay. So yeah, just sleep pattern चाहिँ राम्रै छ despite आफै निन्द्रा
नलाग्दा is because sometimes when you have so many things on your head, चाहेर पनि you cannot sleep this on.
Yes. Okay, so you are already into your business, I know modeling. How you manage your time भनेर नि थाहा भयो. I myself is getting to learn so much from you, okay? हैन साच्चै हैन अनि despite that I was eager to ask you के भन्दाखेरि alternative career चाहिँ के हुन्थ्यो होला choice of career चाहिँ तपाईको
I think so. I would love to become a pilot if alternative career was
pilot.
Yeah.
I was not even different. Okay, but why?
I don't know, like that career, or you say that it really fascinates me. I feel like it's just you just feel like I just feel so wow. Not only wow factor, right now it's quite respectable and it's quite. Challenging pani and I feel like pilot career is something that I really look upon if I would not be doing any of this stuff today.
You look up and fly up and
fly upon, yeah.
And see the world.
Yeah, see the world.
Yeah, okay, that's amazing. If in case यो ठीक छ यो नगरौँ छोरी हैन
हजुर
you can pursue whatever you want भन्नु भयो फ्यामिलीबाट कसैले भने what would you choose गर्नुहुन्थ्यो
It's never too late to do anything, so you never know. I don't know. That's like पहिला देखि नै गर्नुपर्ने जस्तो लाग्छ, but many people have also done it at quite like हुन्छ नि in their late 30s as well पनि start गर्नलाई हुन्छ नि. So I don't know, it's just like a 50-50 thing that's on my head currently.
Okay. त्यो तपाईको त्यो माइन्डमा कन्फ्लिक्सन हुन्थ्यो कि सुरुदेखि नै यु वर क्लियर कि म यस्तै नै गर्छु लाइफमा मलाई बिजनेस नै गर्नु छ त्यही भएर मैले BBA नै पढेको त्यही भएर मैले मास्टर्स पनि बिजनेस नै गरेको त्यस्तो केही छ
Oh yes, I was pretty clear, like crystal clear of what I really wanted to do भनेर क्या है अनि त्यसैले पहिलादेखि नै त्यही हिसाबबाट चाहिँ मैले त्यही कोर्स स्टडिजहरू चाहिँ पढेँ विच आई फेल लाइक विच वुड सपोर्ट इन माई करियर लेटर डाउन द फेज
ओके वा एनिवेज अब चाहिँ हुन्छ नि अपकमिङ डेजमा कम्पनीको त छँदैछ होइन यु विल बी देयर तर डिस्पाइट द्याट आफ्नो लागि चाहिँ केही सोच्नु भएको छ फर्दर प्लान्सहरू
further plans in a sense that I'm thinking of doing my PhD Sakha samajai.
Wow, Doctor Aastha Sakha.
Sounds nice.
Right? Wow.
I'm thinking of I'm quite serious and I'm thinking of doing it. Let's see how the things goes. If everything is in my favor and everything works according to the plan, I see myself pursuing it.
I see myself as Dr. Aastha. Yeah, I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you so much.
अनि मेरो पनि छ के
हजुर तपाईको के छ सुनौँ न you asking me a lot so let me get back on you at least once.
हैन मलाई पनि I want to pursue PhD सम्मकै डिग्री हैन मैले त अब ब्याचलर्स मात्रै सकेर बसिरहेको छु अहिले
First you need to do your masters.
Of course त्यही तर यस्तो पनि छ एकैचोटि PhD पनि गर्न चाहिँ मिल्दो रहेछ हैन with your bachelor's degree US मा चाहिँ
Oh, okay.
But I'm not quite sure. Yeah, in Nepal,
no, but I think so. It, as far as a bit of research I've done, it quietly depends upon the universities.
Oh, okay.
University, it depends upon the university criteria and the minimum requirement that you scale. But I think that maybe meals all, but I think the PhD is a direct normal. The master garden, I think so. You need to do at least 4 years. MPhil se garnu parcha. Direct PhD ma jump karna garcha.
4 to 6 years ko course hunda रहेछ क्या
Yeah, MPhil त्यही त भन्दैछु so if you do masters by research that's I think so at least going to take you around 2 years and when you do PhD it's for 3 years so it's like 5 years. So if you अलि बिस्तारै त्यो गरे it's going to take you around like 5 to 6 years so that's how the whole thing process goes.
Right? Okay, so further studies चाहिँ नेपालमै गर्न मन छ कि you want to
no, for my PhD degree I think so I'll go for a foreign affiliated degree so I'll probably step out of Nepal for a few years and I can come back.
Okay, अनि त्यतिखेर चाहिँ who's gonna handle here?
I'll try to manage it. I told you if everything falls in places and you know everything is good and favorable in my condition then only I'll be able to.
You know I am good at managing.
No, not really. I try to be good at whatever I do.
Yeah.
That's how I take it.
I'm very poor management ma किनभने मैले IT पढे हो कि
So no, that doesn't give
that's just a joke part हैन तर yeah I'm really poor at managing things हरू चाहिँ के so म जस्तै आफ्नो स्केड्युल पनि राम्ररी मिलाउन नसक्ने हुन्छ नि अब भोलि के गर्ने भनेर पनि हेडमा नहुने अथवा म आई थिंक फ्रीलान्सर्सहरूले चाहिँ सफर गर्छ क्या यो धेरै सो उहाँहरूको लागि के एडभाइस छ हाउ टु म्यानेज things and tackle with that every day?
So if like it's like that difficult on your scale त्यस्तो छ भने चाहिँ what I suggest is take a pen and a paper and a piece of paper and write it down. Your time ma yo गर्ने your time ma yo गर्ने and make sure you do that thing on that time
and
then
check it
and check it and when you do that tick mark then you get a self satisfaction oh yes I did it in this time and it did not hamper the other schedules that I've been working on it. So I think that would be one of the best way.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But you need to take a pen and a piece of paper.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna do it. Actually, I do it. तर check गर्ने चाहिँ कम भइरहन्छ क्या
अनि त्यो गऱ्यो भने ए यो गऱ्यो भने आफूलाई सेल्फ भ्यालिडेसन जस्तो हुन्छ सो वेन यु गो टु जिम त्यो क्यालेन्डरमा टिक गऱ्यो भने जति टिक छ ए म गएँ इफ त्यो गऱ्यो भने झन् आफूलाई मोटिभेट हुने चिज हो नि त एक्जाम्पल जस्ट काइन्ड अफ लाइक को रिलेटेड.
Alright. तर yeah, it was wonderful meeting you, Aastha ji.
Same here, same on my end.
अनि honestly भन्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईँको लाइफ चाहिँ मलाई कस्तो रोलर कोस्टर जस्तै लाग्यो क्या so many beautiful things and maybe harsh things that we didn't talk about हैन that life throws on you भन्छ नि त त्यो चाहिँ तपाईँलाई लाइफले दियो आई थिङ्क द्याट्स अ ब्युटिफुल थिङ होला क्या जुन तपाईँले त्यो लाइफ एज अ प्रिन्सेस हुन्छ नि एक्सपिरियन्स गर्न पाउनु भयो फिलिपिन्समा अनि त्यो टाइटल विनर होइन त्यो एक्सपिरियन्सेसहरू अनि अहिले यु आर वर्किङ एज एन एक्जिक्युटिभ डिरेक्टर आफ्नै फ्यामिलीको लेगेसीलाई मेन्टेन गर्दै इट्स रियली टफ जब नि त होइन सो आई वुड लभ टु कङ्ग्रेचुलेट यु अन द्याट अनि यो अहिलेसम्मको लाइफ एक्सपिरियन्स हुँदा चाहिँ सच अ ब्युटिफुल लाइफ यु हेभ.
Thank you so much.
And yes,
Thank
you
you
are
so much.
you are so strong. That's what I felt. And you keep going on. And I wish you all the very best for your future.
One thing I want to mention, all the glitters are not gold. So it's like, I have my own struggles in my own way. So it's just like how you try to pull yourself up with the environment and that's thrown on you. So that's how any human should take it and move their step forward.
Wow.
Because time waits for no one.
अनि त्यही भएर अब हामी पनि छुट्टिनु पर्ने हुन्छ बट छुट्टिनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ आई हेभ अ सरप्राइज फर यु
Oh, for me? Yes. What's the surprise?
के होला
I don't know. I don't have any idea.
ब्रिटिसको झोला
Britishko Jhola. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This is the second Jhola.
हो र
I received one in the alumni as well.
Oh
Okay?
wow. So
This Jhola, and I'm using it in fact. So I get the second Jhola. Thank
Okay.
you. Let's open.
I just want to see your excitement.
Okay. Oh wow! Oh, not okay. Nice one. Thank you. Okay, I'll show this one. Order now.
Okay.
Like I feel like as a human being, if I was chosen to be a non-living being, bottle band. Even when Bhatpatini or any other section, the bottle section, I go like this.
Okay.
And my mom used to tell me, "What bottle kinera to karma tedi se timla eti dere ke kaam banera ke." And whenever I came in the studio, there is a bottle there, and I'm like, "Oh, I like that. Can I take it?" Well, just get and they gave it one. Thank you so much. There are a lot of things there, so it's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love this. I'm going to use this in my daily pieces. Because I like to drink a lot of water and just I like to stay hydrated. So this is one of my very good thing that I have received inside this bag overall. Thank you, everybody, and thank you all the ones who is behind the camera as well.
You're welcome, Aastha-ji. And not only that, with that coffee, I would also like to hand you over this Maya Cochino token of love.
Thank you. It's really a sweet one. TBC podcast. Nice.
More than a podcast.
Yeah. It's really sweet. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us. आजको सो चाहिँ यति नै थियो, and I hope the conversation was impactful for sure. Hope to see you in next episode. अहिलेको लागि भने चाहिँ please make sure to subscribe our TBC podcast on YouTube.